Yeah, I just gonna say a few words about the most important thing. Eventually, after you learned the sequence, after you learned kind of mechanical part of the Tai Qi Quan, immediately next thing will be extremely important is the breathing. And I would like really to start already. I know that a little bit too early. I know that your attention will be mostly on what to do, where to step, how to, how to position your body. But nevertheless, I think it's time already to connect your movement with the breathing. And the first, like simple stuff to explain in terms of breathing. I don't want each particular movement precisely right now to explain you where breathe in, where breathe out. And the reason is very simple. I want you to know the principles. So what do you think? When I move my hands like this, is it in or out?
In.
It's in. When I go down, it's out, yeah, breathing. Yeah? Let's say that this one, what would it be? In. You see that there are movements which I'm kind of collecting stuff, yeah? Or bringing closer to myself. Yeah, that's going to be in. Every time when we are punching or pushing, it's out. Yeah. So as a result, if you analyze like each movement, every particular movement, it's actually it would be clear, is it in or out. So I want you to just pay attention what you do. For example, this movement. In or out? Out. Okay. And this movement? In. And then next one? Yeah. So as a result, you know already that in, out. Yeah? In, out. Yeah? In, out. Sometimes it would be several times, in. Sometimes it will be several times, like a longer out. You will figure it out, and right now, please don't even be concerned with that. The whole idea is actually start to breathe, and breathing will be connected with the part of your attention. And attention, I would like you to keep like part of your attention here in the Dantian. They call it the sea of breathing. Yeah? So the idea is that according to Chinese philosophy, that accumulating the qi. So first of all, what we will be doing by focusing our attention on that point, Dantian, we will start to accumulate the qi. So you will start to develop that feeling that you start feeling it. Yeah? So you have it there. So according to Chinese philosophy, where your attention goes, that's where the qi goes. So now we are bringing our attention here, meaning we start to accumulate. And also we are initiating breathing, which will require that movement of your, like movement at the bottom of your belly. Yeah? They call it diaphragm movement because you know that there is a diaphragm inside of our body, and when you engage that kind of breathing, the diaphragm is pushing, it's actually here in the middle, pushing down. As a result, that kind of breathing, it's very, very relaxing. Because you cannot really engage Dantian with the breathing unless you relax all parts of your body. So it's like really relaxing. Yeah. So one of the exercises to accumulate energy is like in Qigong and in Tai Qi Quan preparational exercises, you just put both of your hands here on the Dantian, close your eyes, bend a little bit your knees, and start breathing in and out. And your attention right now in the Dantian. Yeah? So you cut all sensory kind of input. You can close or almost close your eyes, and your attention totally on the point of Dantian, and you just pay attention to how do you feel there. Yeah? That's one of the kind of preparational, very powerful exercises which belong to the Tai Qi Quan preparational, but actually it's a Qigong. And Qigong and Tai Qi Quan are very, very much connected. Tai Qi Quan is just a little bit like developed martial art kind of form of Qi developing, which is Qigong. Yeah? So now, as a result, today what we will be doing is that I will be explaining you movement, we will be learning movement, but part of your attention I would like you to yeah, to keep here in the dantian. You start to pay attention that you actually breathing every single time. You start to pay attention that if you movement here, it's out, yeah. Movement in, it's in, yeah. This is, yeah, in, out, yeah. So when it comes up, you could sense, yeah. If your chest is opening, it's in, yeah. When it's closing, it's out, yeah. When you bringing hands closer, it's in. When you pushing and punching, it's out. So based on those principles, that's what we'll be doing today, as a second kind of level of your learning. Okay, perfect. So let's start. Yeah?